3 cards for how Leo's feeling, first of all. I haven't put my bracelet on. It's very important. I'm good. I like this bracelet. Okay, Leo, you have the 3 of Pentacles reversed. Now, the 3 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is working together. 3 is a number of community. In a general reading, it would indicate, you know, that it's about work and teamwork, and it'd be very positive, everyone coming together to achieve a common goal. Hi, Wendy. Oh, you're not Wendy. Your name is Gabe. Shout out to Gabe. I need it. I don't understand sometimes when your like username doesn't match your like actual name. Gabe owner. So these are collective readings by zodiac sign, okay? So we've just started Leo. You need to watch your sign or the sign of your person or both. I don't answer individual questions or pull cards for anyone on my collective readings, okay? Memberships will be starting in a few weeks' time. Personal readings are £18. You can have personal readings about anything. It can be love, it doesn't have to be, it can be general, it can be business. But the memberships will contain a monthly business, education and finance reading, which is my most popular, and a monthly Native American Indian medicine wheel, which are all about your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and your connection to the divine as well. They're really popular for some reason. Love readings that are collective will remain free. You'll also get a how to read tarot in memberships as well. When the 3 of Pentacles is reversed, it's about a lack of cooperation, a lack of teamwork, unable to achieve a common goal because we're not coming together, we're not cooperating. So yeah, in a love reading, it would just be about you and your person, the one that's on your mind or the one that you're currently dealing with, being uncooperative. Is Wendy's... Okay, so we recently got Wendy's in the UK, as in like the fast food restaurant. Wendy's Baconator. Is that like one of the things on the menu? Why are Wendy's chips so salty though? The burgers are really good, but they're like proper salty chips. Well, they are in the UK anyway. The 7 of Wands reversed. So it's a similar kind of message, but this is more about the individual. So the 7 of Wands, when it's upright, is someone who's very determined, very competitive. They're going for it. They're trying to reach a goal. They're trying to maintain the high ground against the competition. So if you were running for a promotion or you're applying for a job, you know, only one person can like win. So it's that kind of like extreme determination. One's a fire energy. It's reversed. So for some reason, Leo, you feel like at a loss, like at a disadvantage, like you don't have the upper hand here. And you feel like it's to do with a lack of cooperation. the Chariot, okay? So next we've got the Chariot in the upright, that's Cancer, major arcana for Cancer. The Chariot is what the Emperor jumps into, okay? And it's about being determined, having something that you're trying to achieve, whether that's to defend territory or claim new territory. You're going to battle with the intention of winning. So this is about movement and going for what you want, taking control, giving it your best shot. Hi, Gingerska. I'm so sorry if I've like smashed together different names. I've probably put together like 2 names there. Acorn. I don't know. Aganks chasing. Shossing. Carver Stevenson. Let's get 3 cards for Leo's person. Oh, they've got the 10 of Cups upright. So the 10 of Cups is a family situation. There's children involved. You know, under one roof, there's a family life and everyone's cups are full, everyone's happy. You know, cups hold water, and water in tarot is emotions, feelings. Everyone's smiling, hugging, they're contented. It's about having like a really good family unit that everyone's happy in. Hi, Dexter. Okay, they've got the Sun upright, the 4 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Cups. What is going on? I don't get that, because the 5 of Cups is grief, sadness, loss and regret. And it's such a sad card, you know? They're wearing black, they're mourning, they're grieving. And then immediately after, we've got all of this like overflowing Ace of Cups. So that could be self-love or being in love. The 4 of Pentacles is the miser. It's one who's holding on to what they've got. They're preserving it. They're conserving it. And the Sun card upright is being carefree. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, it's a naked baby riding a horse bareback. You know, laughing, giggling and smiling and carefree. They haven't got a care in the world. So that's an odd combination to me. That's a really odd combination to follow the 10 of Cups. I can only think that there's been some sort of loss of a family situation, and this is like self-love and trying to recover, trying to take care of one's own mental health, like in their recovery. I don't know. It's a bit of a fast bounce back. I find that really odd. Oh, Mark, go away. I don't need to repent for anything, babe. How is it a sin to help people? 2 of Pentacles reversed. So the 2 of Pentacles, when it's upright, is when you've got this eternal battle. You're trying to keep plates spinning, right? And then you just can't keep them all spinning at the same time. So you see there's like a small ship and a large ship. This one is large and strong with great firepower, but it moves slow. And then this one is small and nimble and light and fast, but it has small firepower. So it's like this eternal battle and we don't know which is going to win. Usually it's when you're trying to prioritize and you don't know what to focus on. When it's reversed, I think it's a struggle to keep the priorities in check, to keep on top of everything. So possibly family paid a price here. A family scenario was lost due to having too many things to focus on. It happens, sometimes work, sometimes the distraction of another person. I don't pull cards for people in collective readings. That's the opposite of what I'm doing. Collective means you watch your sign or the sign of your person that you're interested in, or both. You can watch your other placements or signs that you cusp with, but I don't pull cards for people because I'd be here forever. Okay, this is what I offer because it helps everyone. And then if you want a personal reading, you can pay for one. Memberships will be starting in a few weeks. You'll get the love readings will continue to be free if they're collective readings, but you'll get health readings. So, you know, if you're sick of hearing about love or you just want to know what your connection is like to spirit right now, you want any like warnings about your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health, the naked, that's really bad. The Native American Indian medicine wheel is a really good spread for that. It's very popular. And then I can't believe I just said that. I do business, education, and finance readings as well, monthly on the memberships, and how to read tarot, like a series, how to read tarot as well. So yeah, so memberships will be starting. No, that's really cheeky. I'll be here forever. I've got to, you know, fulfill my promise of doing the 12 zodiac signs each week. The collective reading should resonate. If you follow the long-term narrative in your life and the life of your person, it should answer any questions that you have, to be honest. I know it's nice to have personal readings, but picking a card won't tell you much. It won't tell you that much. You need to follow the long-term narrative of what's going on with someone to understand like where they're coming from and stuff. The Queen of Pentacles upright, she is coming up so much lately. The Queen of Pentacles upright is a nice outcome. That's someone who's in control of their finances. They're a strong provider. They could have children. They could have a high-powered job and be a homeowner or rent. This is someone who takes care of business, okay? And they make a nice home. They're generous. They have nice things, nice clothes, nice place to live. This is the priority, okay? It's about having a good relationship with the material world. It's a card of like someone who likes predictability, stability, security from good finances, and likes to share and provide for others. See, that's in the outcome. I don't know if that's you or them though. You're showing up as Cancer energy. They're showing up with Leo energy. It's a lot of water and pentacles in this reading, a little bit of fire. We've got no swords, and swords are facts, knowledge, planning, communication, clarity. We need some of that, don't we? The Death card in the upright, so there's a closing out of a chapter. Major Arcana for Scorpio. It's closure. The Four of Swords, which is much needed respite between battles. The Seven of Pentacles reversed is not having achieved enough. The Knight of Wands is passion, passionately and vehemently going for what you want. The Justice card, Major Arcana for Libra, what's fair, what's right. The King of Cups, upright, someone who is patient, calm, understanding, forgiving. You know, the heart chakra is very active and open and warm and forgiving and nice and calm. The Queen of Wands, upright. A go-getter, someone who knows what they want. They create goals and they take action and make it happen. She can be a card that's third party, so the other man, the other woman, doesn't have to be. It's Sagittarian energy, fire energy. The Nine of Swords reversed, the Temperance reversed. Dropping the anxiety, the fear, the burdens. Feeling very emotional. Mood swings, perhaps. Knight of Wands is very spontaneous, erratic, like in the moment, this is how I feel, therefore I'm going to take action. So we've got the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Queen of Wands. The Temperance is Major Arcana for Sagittarius as well. Someone's highly motivated, highly driven. They feel like they need to take action to rectify a situation and get their justice. They're being assertive. They're being patient. This is definitely like a story of recovery. But I'm baffled by what exactly has gone on here. It does look like there's been a clash of personality. It hasn't been able to work. And it's not for lack of trying. Guys, I don't answer individual questions. You watch the sign. Okay, I'm on the sign of Leo. You watch your sign or the sign of your person. Let's get a new contact message from this person that's showing up for you, Leo. They weren't able to juggle all the responsibilities of family life with this relationship. So I feel like you came along and you were like someone that became a part of the family. I don't feel like you're a spouse. I don't feel like you're this person's partner and you have children with them. I feel like maybe you met someone who already has these responsibilities and they just couldn't do it all. Tears. When I think about you, I cry. Oh, that's sad. They did, well, they did, because they got the 5 of Cups, so they were in absolute grief over this. I mean, everyone's looking very responsible, very patient, very, like, taking care of business in the outcome, but it does show closure, so I don't get the sense that you end up together. It could just be one of those situations where love isn't enough, sadly. What is it that they like or love or loved about Leo? We've not got the 8 of Cups, we've not got the 3 of Swords, but it's like one of those things where try as you might, it doesn't work out. And you're giving it 100%. I wrote you a letter on paper, but I'm too afraid to show it to you. There's a lot of feelings here. Whoever this is was hella invested, and they're very upset. And we did have the Justice card and the Knight of Wands, so there's a sense of passion. After kind of meditating on this, there's a sense of passion and, you know, becoming like fixed on goals and trying to heal. But there's also a sense of dropping the burdens and sort of having mood swings, not being able to temper themselves, and I can't tell if it's you or them. Maybe it's not over, because if it was truly over, we would have the 8 of Cups, someone walking away. Wow, it's like very difficult to work this out. It's not often that I'm stumped like this. What was it that couldn't be juggled? What was so difficult? Exposed. Fragile heart, too open, in danger of heartbreak. Silent remnants. Amid the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. Oh, thanks, Jose. I'm fine. I'm very busy, very tired. Got stuff to do for work after this. But I'll let myself enjoy the tarot for a while. Copycat. Anger management. Court. Uncovering evidence, getting exposed, cheating revealed. Ooh. This person could have, like, tried to juggle. They could be, did they have the miser card? Someone had the miser, didn't they? Because that can be like being possessive. Yeah. There could be someone that's very possessive, got angry. someone that like crossed boundaries of privacy, and I think we've had that for you before, Leo. Conflict resolution, compromising, making amends, positive outcome, communication, conversation, expressing feelings. So it may not be over. Okay, there could have been drama, but it could be resolved. There's a lot of feelings here. Hi, Colette. I erased every trace of you except in my mind. Oh my God. So they could have felt like you were not only giving to them. They could have had trust issues. They could have thrown you out. I don't know why I get the feeling this is like their family home, and you moved into it, right? And I just feel like there's been a lot of jealousy, a lot of like overstepping the mark, crossing boundaries, a lack of trust, and this person got angry and throwing you out. But in the outcome, there's like this Knight of Wands is like very passionate energy, and I think your last reading was like them being tempted to like they weren't able to stay away from you. And there's this like genuine grief that you're not there anymore. King of Cups is like being in your feels for someone. Queen of Wands is determination. The Justice card is it's like someone's trying to seek their own justice. They're trying to right something when it's gone wrong. And then we had conflict resolution and messages as well, didn't we? And the closing out of an old chapter. Like you felt like you couldn't win, this person wasn't cooperating with you. I think you're going to hear from this person. Because they've tried to just move on, but it's not so easy. Let's get you some advice, Leo. It's something like that. I'm not a fly on the wall, but it's something like that. Be more generous. So perhaps like this person, can be forgiven for what's happened. If you're feeling, a bit scathing towards them or like scolding them, well, that's already happened, you might kind of back down a little bit. Others are trying to tell me what to do. Okay, so they're confused because they're asking people and it's like mixed emotions, like what do I do? It's just confused them now. What energy is this person showing up as? What animal spirit? Oyster. I mean, oysters live in the water, and water represents emotion. There's something, very... It does make you think of like an aphrodisiac, doesn't it? Oysters. They're considered to be something very special that you have on special occasions, especially when you want to be romantic. And they have like a very hard shell. You have to shuck them to get the meat out, but I think this person has like very deep feelings. More advice for Leo, please. Hi, welcome into the chat. What can I do to make a difference? What keeps you up at night? What makes you cringe when you think about it, such that every ounce of you screams no more? Where can you create purpose out of your pain? Today's soul action, make a difference in someone's life today, big or small, because all of it makes a difference. Okay. So sometimes we obsess over particular like large goals that we've got, or we want a kind of outcome that we've decided would make us successful, but sometimes it's the little wins, and sometimes you're making a bigger difference than what you realise. Sometimes you're a winner, because in another person's life or in other people's eyes, like you're achieving stuff that you don't even count as a win. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. In some ways, Leo, you've made a big difference in the lives of others, perhaps more than what you kind of tell yourself. For example, you may be someone that could bring a lot to a family home through just turning up on time, being there when you say you're going to be there, being present to listen, or creating, harmless ways to have fun. Time is often what people, are too stressed or distracted or can't be bothered to give young people. They don't necessarily want loads of money. Money is necessary to function in life, but you can bring a lot of stuff to the table without bringing a lot of money. So if, I don't know, it just seems like there's something that you've kind of provided that you've maybe overlooked as being like so valuable, and it actually is valuable to this person. That's what I'm getting. I do feel like Leo's that sign that like gains wisdom over time as well. Like you tend to, these lions are so impressive, like immediately to the eye, but it's like the ones that have scars, like, are the ones that can tell a story. Do you know what I mean? Like the really aged, like raggedy lions that you see out in like the wild. They can certainly tell a story. They're wise. They've seen a lot of stuff. Like, I just think you gain value like over time. You age well. You age well, Leos. Like, definitely celebrate little things. Okay, so it's not about I can't give you, a millionaire mansion, or I can't give you a bougie car, or I can't give you. It's not about the big stuff. Some in many different ways, you can make a huge difference to other people's lives. It's usually the small stuff on a daily basis that people think, oh, It makes people feel cared for. I'm trying to think of stuff like, okay, something that doesn't cost anything is like, you know, running the hoover around the house. So someone gets home and they can say it's freshly hoovered and they're not walking on crumbs, or like unloading the dishwasher and reloading up the dishwasher. So when they come to like cook, you know, they've got clean worktops to work with. That's just part of like showing someone with actions that they're cared for, that they're in a place where, you know, they can have dignity and be clean and hygienic. And I don't know, changing someone's bedding for them makes them feel cared for. You don't have to do like very over the top grandiose things. It's more like that day-to-day stuff. That's what children want. They want like a functioning home, you know. And if you're in a relationship, you know, and even if you're just like renting a little place to be like a little team, it goes like so far, it goes such a long way. Hi, welcome into the chat, little lady, Kim. Right, where am I up to? This one. I think one of the nicest things you can do is like prepare someone's dinner for them. So like they get home from work and it's like they could have had a battle, you know, whether it's the journey, whether it's the actual role that they do, you know, someone's being an idiot in their workplace, or they've got a nightmare boss to come home and their partner's made a meal for them. It just like, that's kind of stuff that makes you melt, like makes you want to weep, you feel cared for. Or like when you're poorly and someone goes out to the pharmacy for you to like get you some medicine, like it just makes you feel cared for. You could spend like £150 on like a necklace for someone and they don't even like it, and they, you know, it's not them being like nasty, but they look at it and they're like, oh, I feel like the other stuff's priceless, you know. Maypole. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink upon the riches I receive. That's so weird because we were talking about money. When you stay in something and you plant a seed, you need to grow the garden. You can't just plant the seed and then expect it to be done. It's those increments, it's these little bits of effort each day over time that's going to yield a really nice crop or grow a beautiful garden. You know, sometimes it's not good to throw seeds down and then walk away and say like, that's it, I'm done, or like, it didn't work. You know, wait, you know, keep cultivating it, keep taking care of it, keep giving it time and attention. I don't know, I feel like I'm just going off on a tangent with this, but it's intuitive. Inner power. We've not had this one before. Let it be known, no will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. That's a bit weird, the way there's a bee like crawling on her cheek next to her eye. That's very dangerous. It's like you've got to exercise the ultimate control. Ooh, that's not easy for Leo to do that sometimes. There's like a message of like staying power, seeing things through to the end. to yield the results of that. Did I do this one? Wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Oh my God. That's so weird because this is about endurance, isn't it? Inner power, having a love that endures. I am fertile in what I seed, for there is reason to dance and drink upon the riches that I receive. Celebrate the little things. It's all about having willpower, patience, staying power, like keeping in it. You've got cards of reconciliation. Communicate. Be generous, be more generous. Don't be a hothead. Right, one last one. Hi, Nox. Boss head. Oh, God. Why do I feel like I've been tricked into saying like something rude? Oh, look at that. I love the clouds on that. The cosmic mirror. The universe mirrors your energy, aligned with what you wish to attract. So if you want a calm life, you have to cultivate the calm. If you want constant change and upheaval, then you will cultivate constant change and upheaval by causing that. Okay, if you want stability, if you want staying power, then don't walk away from this. Okay, be more generous, use your inner power. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. It is about closing an old chapter. It's about opening a new chapter with the same person if you want to, and being that stability that you want to be for them. If Leo doesn't want this anymore, when will they meet someone new? I feel like you do though. So if you're not interested in pushing for this anymore, someone new, there's a possibility of that in September. If Leo wants this connection, when will things get better? Not anytime soon. That's not good. That sucks. I think you would have to wait for them to reach out. Other people are trying to tell me what to do. Compromising, making amends. Oh, God. It's not going to be that easy to solve. It's like building back up the trust if you want to. Sorry, I'm just hiding some creepy messages. Why would I show you my feet, you creep? That's disgusting. If you want stuff like that, go to a porn website. Don't come into a tarot reading and like say inappropriate things to a normal person. That's really weird. You wouldn't walk up to someone on the street and say stuff like that. At least I hope you wouldn't. You need locking up. I think I've pulled everything for you. I'm so sorry if that was really vague, Leo, but it's normally easier for me to get what's going on, but it does fit with some previous readings that we've done for you. If you like this reading, if it does resonate, please give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, support the channel, hype the channel, give a super chat if you feel called to, book a private reading if you wish to, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, feel free to watch your other placements or the sign of the one that you're thinking about. We're going to go on to Virgo next. What is that person thinking, honestly? They think I'm just going to put my feet up on the desk. It's just like, what world are you living in, sunshine? Twisted one. You wouldn't go into a church and say something like that to someone. You wouldn't go like into a mosque or a temple or an AA meeting and say like, do you know what, just show me your feet. Oh, go on. It's like, what are you on about? This is like a spirituality. This is a religion. You don't ask people stuff like that. I'm quite impressed that like that was held for review actually, because it's not one of the words that I've put in that can't be said, but it went to review anyway, so unless someone reported it for me. Yeah, people are weird. I'm desperate, my god. Just accosting like randoms. Okay, I hope that's the sign for Virgo. I think it is. These are new cards. Oh, it's boiling hot in here. I'm going to have to turn that radiator off. I'm going to cook. Aquarius will be later on in the week. I don't have time to do lots of signs tonight. I'm doing Leo, Virgo and Libra tonight. I like paranoid that you can see my feet now. You can't, can you? I'm like, OMG. It's not that kind of channel. Not at all. So tomorrow it'll be Scorpio, Sagittarius and Capricorn. So Friday it'll be Aquarius and Pisces. Okay. Sorry, but I'm a full-time teacher, so I've got to fit these in like where I can. I've got work to do tonight as well. I might go to sleep and then like panic, do it in the morning. Spirit guide.